Today's Africa's economic transformation and key measures to integrate youth for sustainable development. Of course, this is a critical and timely topic. Africa stands at a pivotal moment with a unique demographic and economic opportunity. Here's a detailed breakdown of today's African economic transformation and the key measures needed to integrate youth for sustainable development. The narrative of Africa is shifting from one of challenges to one of dynamic transformation. This change is driven by several interconnected factors. 1. Beyond commodities, economic diversification. Digital revolution. Africa is a global leader in mobile money and fintech. Companies like M-Pesa, Kenya, Flutterwave, Nigeria, and Jumia, Pan-African e-commerce, are creating new economic ecosystems, boosting financial inclusion and enabling small businesses to thrive. The AfCFTA opportunity. The African Continental Free Trade Area, AfCFTA, aims to create the world's largest free trade area. It is a game changer, shifting focus from exporting raw materials to building regional value chains, boosting intra-African trade in manufactured goods and attracting investment in local production. Growth in services. The services sector, telecommunications, banking, tourism, IT-enabled services, is now the largest contributor to GDP in many African countries, demonstrating a structural shift away from a purely resource-dependent economy. 2. A booming digital and creative economy. Tech hubs and innovation. Cities like Lagos, Nairobi, Cape Town and Kigali have become vibrant tech hubs, incubating startups that solve local problems in agriculture, agri-tech, health tech, transportation and energy. The creative industry. Africa's music, film, e.g. Nollywood, fashion and art are gaining global recognition. This sector is a significant employer of youth and a powerful tool for soft power and economic diversification. 3. Addressing the infrastructure deficit. Massive investments in roads, ports, railways, and especially energy are underway. The focus is increasingly on renewable energy sources, solar, wind, geothermal, positioning Africa to leapfrog older, carbon-intensive technologies and build a green economy from the ground up. 4. A growing middle class and consumer market. A rapidly urbanizing and increasingly connected population is driving domestic consumption. This creates a powerful internal market for goods and services, making the continent attractive for both local and foreign investment. The transformation above cannot be sustainable unless it includes Africa's most valuable asset, its youth. Over 60% of Africa's population is under the age of 25. Integrating them is not an option, but an imperative. 1. Education revolution, aligning skills with market needs. Curriculum reform, move away from rote learning towards STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Critical thinking, problem solving, and digital literacy. TVET promotion, elevate technical and vocational education and training, TVET. Skilled welders, solar technicians, data analysts, and software developers are in higher demand than many generic university graduates. Public-private partnerships. Companies should partner with universities and colleges to design curricula, offer internships, and ensure graduates are job-ready. 2. Fostering entrepreneurship and access to finance. Youth-focused funding. Create dedicated venture capital funds, angel investor networks, and grant schemes for young entrepreneurs. Simplify the process for startups to access seed funding. Incubation and mentorship. Expand business incubators and accelerators that provide not just funding, but also crucial mentorship, networking opportunities, and business development skills. Deregulation. Governments must simplify business registration processes and reduce bureaucratic hurdles that often stifle small and new businesses. 3. Digital inclusion and leveraging technology. Affordable access. Policies that drive down the cost of internet data and smartphones are essential. Digital literacy should be a core part of national education systems. E-government and opportunities. Use technology to create youth-centric services, e.g. online job portals, digital skills training platforms, and involve young tech innovators in solving public sector challenges. 4. Formalising the informal sector and creating decent jobs. A vast majority of African youth work in the informal sector. Policies should help formalise these activities through simplified taxation, access to social security and financial services, turning survivalist ventures into growth-oriented businesses. 5. Political inclusion and governance. Youth in decision-making. Meaningfully include young people in political processes, policy formulation, and community leadership. This ensures policies are relevant to their needs and aspirations. Transparency and accountability. Fight corruption and create a level playing field. Youth are more likely to invest their energy in a system they perceive as fair and merit-based. 6. Focus on agriculture and the green economy. Agripreneurship. Rebrand agriculture as a profitable, technology-driven sector for youth. Support agripreneurs with access to modern farming techniques, market linkages and financing. Green jobs. Invest in the green economy, renewable energy, climate-smart agriculture, waste management, conservation. This addresses climate change while creating a new generation of jobs aligned with global sustainability trends. Africa's economic transformation and the integration of its youth are two sides of the same coin. The current economic shifts, digitalisation, the AfCFTA and the green transition create the perfect platform for a youth-driven boom. By investing strategically in education, entrepreneurship and inclusion, Africa can harness the energy, innovation and digital nativeness of its youth to drive and sustain its economic transformation. The goal is to move from a narrative of a youth bulge as a potential problem to one of a youth dividend as the continent's greatest competitive advantage. The future of Africa will not be built solely on its natural resources, but on the ingenuity and potential of its young people. Don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. This is the USA New Times. See you next time.